Assalamualaikum Ali. How are
Alaikum
you?
salam. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Welcome to National Incubation Center, Karachi.
Thank you. It's a wonderful place, and thank you for inviting me.
Naini yaar, we've been hearing a lot about some of the things that you're doing, and this is just the perfect opportunity to learn a little bit more and share that with our rabidly curious audience as well.
It's my pleasure.
Great. So let's start with a little bit of background. मैं आपका तारुफ नहीं कराऊंगा. Please आप अपना तारुफ करें.
Bilkul sahi. So I run K-Trade, which is number one investment app in Pakistan with over 1 million downloads, with 260,000 registered users and 5,000 funded accounts, with more than $100 million of client asset under custody. And we handle around 3% of all trading volume in Pakistan Stock Exchange. And before that, for the last 17 years, I've been living in London doing fintech, tech banking. I was the CFO of one of the largest payment processing companies, which was listed on London Stock Exchange and got acquired for $1 billion. So maybe I should also borrow or get a badge like yours.
I will give you one.
And after doing that, I set K-Trade in Pakistan.
Amazing. And when did the K-Trade journey start?
So April 2018 is when we went live. And to launch the K-Trade, we did a tech conference, which at that time, a tech investment conference. So which at that time was the first tech investment conference. So there were tech conferences before, but this was only targeted to investors. So you can imagine, so our whole thesis was, I live in London, my whole thesis was that Pakistan will pick up and the structural trend towards tech will come. I just wanted to position myself here before this happened, and now we are in the middle of it. So
you're kind of at the leading edge of it, not just the middle.
Yes, because the opportunities are there, and I think it will continue to grow. So this is something structural, and I think we are at just the start of it, and you'll kind of see this hockey stick growth, which will continue now, at least for the next 10 to 20 years.
So this has been an ongoing debate within Pakistani investment circles as well. कि यार इतना बड़ा मुल्क है, 22 करोड़ 220 million की आबादी है और 2.5 लाख registered investors हैं. How do you see? You're saying you have 260,000
registered users
active on the app today?
Yes, so 260,000 people have registered on the app. Out of that, 115,000 users use it every day. Of course, they don't.
Daily active users is 115,000.
Yes. So 115,000 users are active. They open the app, they check the prices, they look at the portfolio, and out of that, 5,000 invest. So it's very, very interesting that people think that in Pakistan they think that people don't invest. Actually, they do. We know the numbers from crypto, for example, that more than 10 million Pakistanis have invested in digital assets. Although it's unregulated, although your bank is not allowed to fund any transaction in that, and although it's super volatile and very, very high risk.
But it gives people that street cred to say, hey, I own 0.05% of a coin.
Yes, no. If I wish that they were doing that and buying Bitcoin, which I like and which I think is something which is perhaps more valuable. But I think they are not buying that. I think they are going into Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and all kinds of exotic stuff.
Sure.
So people do like to invest. And in the past, you're totally right that till now they haven't invested in companies which are listed on Pakistan Stock Exchange. And the core reason for that is that they didn't have the information. They didn't have access to the market.
Even it's very intimidating going to a broker in stock exchange, वो उनके अपने शशके नहीं खत्म होते.
Absolutely. So you have hit the nail on the head कि लोग समझते हैं कि स्टॉक अकाउंट खोलने के लिए उनको ब्रोकर के पास जाना पड़ेगा. उनको पता ही नहीं कि ब्रोकर कहाँ मिलेगा. और ये तो कराची है, तो आपने बोला कि you can go to a broker. I am from Islamabad. There are no brokers, right? So even outside of Karachi, you struggle to find one.
Sure.
So that was the reason why the market was limited to large banks, asset managers, insurance, rich people. So the ironic thing is that although only 250,000 people directly invested in reality all of us invested in stocks, क्योंकि मेरे वालिद साहब ने अपना पैसा बैंक में रखा हुआ है, हबीब बैंक में, हबीब बैंक स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट करता है, किसी ने MCB में रखा हुआ है, MCB स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट करता है. तो the power of K-Trade app is that it gives you the same access to financial markets which Habib Bank has, which MCB Bank has, which the largest and biggest asset managers in Pakistan have. It's the same platform which they can access. So that's the power of technology, and hence it has the power to transform and grow and democratize.
That's amazing. So, however, I think the biggest gap that will remain, at least in the short term, is the information divide. Because आपको पता है पाकिस्तान की मार्केट फिर भी relatively छोटी है, and there are 8, 10, 15 entities that can move the market up and down on a daily basis. So how do you close that information divide and allow people to actually benefit from, rather than seeing कि अरे यार ये तो हो गया, get in at the top and then watch with dismay as the stock price falls off?
आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा है कि इंफॉर्मेशन लोगों के पास नहीं है और उनको पता नहीं है, तो वो दे हैव बायसेस. तो अगर आप डेटा देखें स्टॉक एक्सचेंज का, पाकिस्तान स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पिछले 20 सालों में ऑन एवरेज, नॉट द वॉलेटिलिटी बट ऑन एवरेज, the return is 18% per annum. 18%. Dollarized return is 8%, which is 2 times higher than getting money in a bank account. There are also investment asset classes which have close to zero risk, the same risk which a bond has. There are also ETFs. There are also blue chip companies like Habib Bank, which is listed, Engro, like all the top companies in Pakistan. So while there is short-term volatility which gets exaggerated in terms of our inner perceptions, the long-term trend, whether you pick up the last 10 years, the last 20 years, the last 30 years, it's a straight line up. So and that's the information which people don't have. So while everybody's scared of investing directly, they do invest by giving money to the banks and banks investing. But also, if you think about it, that people who have invested, who were not scared of that noise which existed, they became billionaires. And I'm not talking about like going back in time. If somebody had invested in systems, which is Pakistan's leading IT exporter, just 12 months ago, his investment would be up 10 times. That's a 100, like 1000% return. It was, the stock was at 80 and now it's 700 and change, 780-ish.
So my question then is, why did I not know this 12 months ago? Because my kids and I are into investing. You know, I've got them little accounts set up, and they're messing around. They're learning how to invest with the long-term view and how not to freak out when the price drops in the short term and all that. But this information, for example, would have been very handy 12 months ago.
Absolutely.
So can I get added into like a WhatsApp group where you share these tidbits, or
we would love to. If you download K-Trade app, you will automatically get signed up to our research mailing list, and also be put on our WhatsApp group. And so it's not just systems which did that. All the listed technology companies, TRG, NetSol, Avancian, which spun off its subsidiary called Octopus recently, TPL Tracker, their share prices are up on average 6x. So 6 times return, which beats the return on Bitcoin. It beats the return on both crypto assets even. And the interesting thing is that we all know what system does. So we know it is the largest exporter of tech software.
There's no halal haram issue with any of these companies. They're all tech companies. So tech to halal haram nahi hota. Tech to matlab it's legit.
Yeah, so there's a Sharia board.
Yeah, no one has any concerns about that then.
Yes, so there's actually Mizan, which I think whose Sharia advisor is Mufti Taqi Usmani. They produce a list of companies which are Sharia compliant because they look at the leverage in the company.
Right.
और उस list के systems is a Sharia compliant company.
Right.
So बिल्कुल, so ना सिर्फ उसका return अच्छा है, वो company अच्छी है और वो Sharia compliant भी है, मगर लोगों को नहीं पता So that's the whole power for
But then that's the
investing.
question. So,
जी.
what is your plan to raise awareness for not only K-Trade, because K-Trade will benefit, वो कहते हैं ना, all boats rise
बिल्कुल.
on a rising tide, or whatever the saying is. Um, how do you then increase awareness of investing in the capital markets as a legitimate, you know, sensible investment avenue, as opposed to the common perception कि यार ये तो बिल्कुल सट्टा है.
आपने जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा ना, दैट्स माय वर्क. सो वी डोंट इवन से हमारा के ट्रेड में काम इज अ मिशन. It's not a business. We don't, as a company, we don't invest at all in stocks. Because I'm the founder of the company, I don't invest because otherwise it will create a conflict of interest with my investors. That's the difference between, ये difference हमारा और किसी broker का. क्योंकि अगर एक normal brokers खुद invest करते हैं, क्योंकि वो खुद invest करते हैं तो उनका काम औरों को बताना नहीं है, उनका काम खुद पैसा बनाना है. हमने कहा as a policy we won't do that. तो हमारा mission है to educate people about why should they care about their savings and why putting your money in a bank account is not the right investment asset class, and how can you channel your savings into the best quality companies in Pakistan. So this is not a 3 months business, 6 months, because as you have highlighted that this is a massive undertaking, it's a mission.
Yeah.
So for example, like we don't have profit motive. We only have evangelism motive, because as you rightly pointed out, अगर हम लोगों को बताएंगे तो वो हमें के ट्रेड को फायदा होगा, मगर सबको फायदा होगा,
पूरी मार्केट उठेगी,
पाकिस्तान को फायदा होगा, क्योंकि पैसा जो है स्टार्टअप्स के पास जाएगा, अच्छी कंपनीज के पास जाएगा. जैसे पाकिस्तान स्टॉक एक्सचेंज ने एक नया बोर्ड लॉन्च किया है जिसका नाम है ग्रोथ एंटरप्राइज मार्केट, जेम बोर्ड. दैट्स मेड फॉर ग्रोथ कंपनीज, अर्ली स्टेज ग्रोथ कंपनीज टू कम एंड लिस्ट, ताकि जो इंस्टीट्यूशनल कैपिटल इनमें इन्वेस्ट हो सके. So that's why evangelizing and growing and telling people about how and where and why to invest is very, very important. And that's why we are so passionate about it, because, money doesn't make you passionate about something. Money is, after you reach
it's
a certain...
byproduct of something else.
Yes, and after you reach a certain level, it's the same. It's actually negative utility.
Yeah.
But it's this impact. अगर आप, मतलब मेरे father, मैं उनको example देता हूँ, वो retire हुए, he was a professor of physics, and then he worked in the government. So when he retired, he got retirement savings. वो बैंक अकाउंट में पड़ी हुई थी, उनको 7% उसे मिलता था. Now he has invested in a very low risk product on the market, which is, it's an arbitrage product, and he gets 10%, and there's no risk of, like, it's a almost nil risk product. So his return went from 7 to 10, which on उनके pension saving is a significant amount. और 7% भी उनको ज़्यादा मिल रहा था क्योंकि सीनियर सिटीजन पेंशन का वो जो एक स्कीम है, मगर उससे आपको 300 बेसिस पॉइंट ज़्यादा मिल गया, which turns out to be a big amount. So he's very happy with that.
Why would he not?
Yes, so that's the thing.
I'm happy thinking about his happiness.
And that gives us pleasure. That gives us, keeps us going on this mission.
So you're basically facing a branding and marketing challenge, because देखें, अगर आपने consumer behavior change करना है, consumer behavior is driven by perception.
बिल्कुल.
I don't know if you remember, but way back in the 80s, actually late 70s, एक बड़ा मशहूर टूथपेस्ट का ऐड आया था McLean's का.
अच्छा.
उन्होंने लॉन्च किया था, probably maybe before your time. They said कि did you cleanse your teeth today? Twice a day, every day. And everyone in Pakistan went, अबे 2 दफा करना होता है, हमें तो पता ही नहीं था. So if you want someone to start using shampoo for their hair, which was Procter & Gamble in the late 80s, you have to tell people कि भाई ये इसलिए करते. मर्द हजरात तो लाइफ बॉय लगाते थे बालों में यार, हम तो we grew up with very red, carbolic soap. इसलिए तो मेरा ये हाल है, मतलब that's just the way it was. So if you want to change habits, you have to change perceptions. So I think your number one challenge is developing that insight that allows you to unlock the right perception messaging that gets people to change their behavior. If you can unlock that, and it won't happen overnight. It's a 5-year, 10-year cycle that you go through. But at that point in time, I think investing will have become a norm, and people who are not investing at the college level or the university level will be looked at with strange. "Hey, भाई तू क्या है? तेरे पास चार पैसे नहीं है क्या?"
आपका you are you're totally right, and that's why I follow you, because you're a marketing guru. So I've been following you and
That's
the
right.
marketing techniques of Kareem. So you're totally right, and the things which I have learned is that first you have to be the right case study. You have to set the right example. So that's why I said to you that the starting point was that we made a policy that we will not invest, so that nobody can ever point a finger at us. So there's I wrote a report on TRG and the tech companies in December last year. Till that time, in public markets at least, people were not aware of tech. So the stocks started to rally after that, and some of my competitors said, "Oh, he must have benefited personally." It's like, look at the sheets. You have disclosure on all the shareholders, and when they saw that, they found that I didn't have any single share, and neither did my company. So pehle to you have to set the right example.
Yeah.
Secondly, you have to tell people about it. And only then, once they start trialing it and seeing what it is, then it becomes very easy because you're actually helping them.
Yes.
So
And they get that.
yes.
अच्छा एक बात बताएं, पाकिस्तान में जो बड़ा मसला है, लोग डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स से डरते हैं, वो ये कहते हैं कि यार मैं टैक्स नेट में आ जाऊंगा। ये जो बकवास है ना, ये मैं कम से कम 20 मुख्तलिफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे सुन चुका हूँ कि यार हम टैक्स नेट में आ जाएंगे। इसका क्या जवाब है?
So we don't face that issue. Our business is regulated. So to invest, you have to give us your KYC documents, your proof of income, your bank account statement. These are regulatory requirements from SECP. Without this, account cannot be opened. So you are right. Because of that, some people might choose to stay out of it. And जैसे मैं क्रिप्टो में ही इन्वेस्ट कर दूंगा क्योंकि उस पर तो मुझसे कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मांग रहे।
या मैं डॉलर खरीद के
मैं डॉलर
नीचे डाल दूंगा,
वो जो ज़्यादातर लोग करते
सोना
हैं।
खरीद के तिजोरी में बंद कर दूंगा।
हाँ।
we'll do something else.
बिल्कुल, एब्सोल्युटली। और वो करते हैं, बड़े लोग करते हैं। हम उनको सिर्फ इस तरह चेंज कर सकते हैं कि अगर आप डॉलर लेके बैंक अकाउंट के अंदर रखते अपने, तो रुपी डिप्रिशिएट हुआ है, आपका एक रिटर्न मिलता। मगर स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में इन्वेस्ट करते सिस्टम्स में, तो उससे 6 गुना ज़्यादा रिटर्न मिल जाता। 6 गुना पे आप टैक्स भी दे देते, तो आपका रिटर्न फिर भी डॉलर बैंक उसमें रखने से बेहतर था।
अगर आप टैक्स नेट में तो आ जाते हैं ना, एफबीआर की नज़रों में। असल में हमारी कौम भागती है टैक्स देने से, ठीक है। हम वी आर एज ए नेशन वी आर टैक्स एवेडर्स, टैक्स अवॉइडर्स, वी हेट टैक्स। पता नहीं चंद साल पहले शायद केस हुआ था, एक आदमी ने अपने आप को आग लगा दी थी।
Really?
मैं टैक्स नहीं दूंगा, राइट? ये जुल्म है, मेरे साथ जाती हो रही है। How do we change this perception in Pakistan? That taxation, you can't run a country where 1% of the country pays tax or files taxes. If you come from abroad, if you lived in London, death and taxes, it's a thing, right? किसी दिन आपकी मौत आएगी और आपने टैक्स देना है।
बिल्कुल
40% टैक्स है यूके में,
Absolutely.
at the highest slab. Canada में तो if you go to Quebec it's 50%, 48%, and if you go to Sweden and these places it's more. ये लोग वहाँ जाके क्या करेंगे? पागल हो जाएंगे। मतलब how do we change this?
So it's inevitable, right? Like, and then the change is inevitable because of digitalization. If you don't, once things move to digital, which they are already happening, then it will come under tax net. So this is a change which is already happening, will continue to happen. The growth will accelerate. There will be a snowball impact, and that's the bull case for Pakistan. Not just bull case for tech industry, not the bull case for your startups,
but for the economy,
but for the whole. And that's why as you know, that startups like growth. So we like the fact that there's nothing. I like the fact that there are only 250,000 people who invest because
there's 219,750,000 left to go.
Absolutely. So I don't have competitors. My competitor is just educating people. So my challenge is exactly what you said, that my business is educating people. And it's very, very interesting because as I told you that I live in London. I came here like a week ago, and in Pakistan I see that my local competitor, like local brokers, have been trying to copy us, and they're saying, okay, he has an app, let's get an app. He's doing marketing, let's do marketing. But this is not about marketing app, and this is not about marketing. This is about the mission of educating people, of investing the right way. And you will never advise them to invest in the right way if you are conflicted.
Yeah.
So if you want to copy us, you first have to stop doing prop trading. So first you give that up, and then you enter into that mission of helping people. And then you will be able to compete with us. But it's not a product. It's an impact-based mission. And it works because, as I said, as we discussed, that when you help people make money, they will love you.
Yeah.
You know, I have some of our clients, they had never invested before. They were people like ordinary people like us. They had never invested before. तो वो आए मेरे पास, मैंने उनसे कहा कि यार आप थोड़ा सा इन्वेस्ट करो. उनके पेरेंट्स ने कहा कि ना करो, दोस्तों ने कहा ना करो. मैंने कहा अच्छा आपका लॉस होगा ना, तो आप मेरे दोस्तों, मैं आपको आपका लॉस कवर कर दूंगा, आप इन्वेस्ट करो. Over the last 12 months, they have made 150%, 200% return because they invested in these tech companies. And now not only they invest, their brother, father, mother, uncle, brother.
Because you can see it.
Because
यार
they
मैंने
can
16,000 डाले थे, 32,000 हो गए.
हाँ,
हैं? 32,000 हो गए.
बस.
ये तुम निकाल भी सकते हो.
हाँ.
ये लो निकाल लिए.
हाँ.
Right? So that ease of in and out will give them confidence as well. कि यार ऐसा
बिल्कुल.
नहीं कि पैसे फंसे हुए हैं.
जी.
18 फॉर्म साइन करने हैं पैसे निकालने के लिए.
जी, तो उन्होंने, जिसके मैं बात बता रहा हूँ, उन्होंने 50,000 से स्टार्ट किया था, और अब मतलब आई थिंक ही इज सेलिंग हिज रियल एस्टेट एंड इन्वेस्टिंग इन स्टॉक्स, बिकॉज रियल एस्टेट में भी ऐसा रिटर्न नहीं मिलता जो इसमें मिलता है. सो इट बिकम्स वेरी ईजी बिकॉज द नेटवर्क इम्पैक्ट गोज सो क्विकली दैट देन पीपल आर कमिंग आफ्टर यू बिकॉज you are the one who can help them make more money. So it becomes
So
a
you
very
are their
powerful
best
thing. You are their
You are
best
their
friend.
enabler, you are their support system, everything.
Bilkul. So then the problem changes. Then the problem becomes, how do you talk to all of these guys at the same time? Because you don't have bandwidth. If I open up my app, my phone right now, I can assure you that there will be like 30 messages on which I have to reply to. So because I get a lot of friends because I made them money. And that's where digital tools such as this and
Sure.
become so powerful, because then you have to scaling requires help of
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah. Can't scale to that. You can do it with 1,000 people. You can do it with 2,000. But how do you do it with 100,000?
Bilkul.
Your phone will melt out.
Absolutely.
आप जितने भी अच्छे हो आप वो तो नहीं कर सकते.
हाँ.
अच्छा, so couple of questions about K-Trade then.
Hmm.
How many rounds of funding have you raised so far?
So 3 rounds. The first round was friends and family, which so most of my money and my partners, my colleagues, Mahmood Bukhari's money. Then the second round was angels, which were my bosses. So the CEOs of Berenberg, the CEO of the former CTO of Goldman Sachs, the CEO of KBW Europe. And some of the leading Pakistani families, they invested and backed us. And then in last June, we closed our first pre-Series A institutional round, and we got VC funds such as the Tencent Group, Hof Capital, TTB partners, Zen Capital from Pakistan, and so that was our third round. So in total, we have invested around $5 million in the business.
Okay, mashallah. Is it okay to ask what is the current approximate valuation of the business?
The valuation has changed, so I should not talk about it because it's in negotiation for the next round. But the great thing, and it is in line with what you were saying to me earlier. So we were profitable. We were not loss making. We were profitable. We were profitable in year 1. We are profitable in year 2, and it was because of cost discipline. And we managed our growth. We were growing 10 to 15%, but we were managing it so that you make a loss in 1 quarter, in 1 month, but the next month the revenue goes higher and you recover the loss, and then you invest more, so again you go to a loss. So it was very disciplined growth, and so that helped us as well. So not only did we have external money, our business inherently was also profitable. Break even, like because we were reinvesting. So
I mean, so long as transactional break even पे आप चल रहे हैं, तो investments तो एक अलग बात. You get investments to scale, to grow, to speed up acquisition. These are the things. right? So long as your unit economics are working out okay,
Yes.
that to me is a big plus. I mean, we meet so many young people who are coming in with, for want of a better term, an Uberistic model where they're expecting to burn investor money for the next 5 years. And my answer to them is always, are you joking? ये वो माहौल नहीं है भाई. ये 2018-19 का माहौल था. ये, I mean, it's very hard to sell that story right now. And if honestly, it tells me that if you can't fix your unit economics, even in year 3, that means there's something wrong with the model. Either there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with the model. So anyway.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So sorry to add on this point. So in Europe, I was the top rated tech analyst at UBS, Berenberg, and then at Autonomous, which is a part of AllianceBernstein. And I've raised more than $10 billion for all the large European technology companies, including Rocket Internet, which owns Daraz, or which used to own Daraz in Pakistan. And in that time period, I've seen so many companies with 100 million, 200 million, 300 million valuations go bust. I raised money for a Swedish mobile payment company called Seamless Distribution. We helped them raise $40 million at like 300 million valuation. And 3 years later, they burned all of that money and they went down to zero. So the point is exactly that somebody was asking me that, explain to me tech valuations, because tech valuation is different from other valuation. I said, no, tech valuation is not different from any other valuation. It's always about free cash flow. It might not be about free cash flow today, but it is about free cash flow about some time.
At some point,
Yes. So yes, I think entrepreneurs should never underestimate the significance of getting the unit economics right, because no matter how much money you have raised, you will run out of that money, and eventually, if you're not profitable, the music will stop, and it will go down from X 100 million to zero. So I totally agree with you, and I hope and I wish that the startup community and the ecosystem starts understanding and appreciating the significance of getting the business model right.
Super. So just a closing note, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you for your comments on NICs. How do you think we're doing? How would you like us to evolve the role that we have? Any thoughts, any feedback you can share with us?
This is the first time I've come here, and the place looks amazing. The design, the environment, I feel like working over here. So I'm sure that it energizes the people who are here, and they're lucky to be here. As we were discussing earlier with your colleagues, that this is a recent thing. Earlier generations or people, like even 5 years ago, didn't have the luxury of this kind of support and mentoring, and so it's certainly a great work. And some of the portfolio companies which you have done very well, and great thing which your NIC is doing. I am on the foundation council of the NIC of Lahore, and which is in my alma mater, LUMS, and I also see some really good companies or startups and students over there. Two things which I would want to say. The first thing is, I feel that when I see startup pitches, I feel that people don't tell their own story that much. They're always telling that this is what I'm doing, and then they'll consume their time talking about what they're doing. But because it's a startup, as an investor, I know that what they are telling is very, very early stage knowledge. But I'm more interested in the person.
It's almost likely to become irrelevant in the next 6 months to a year.
Absolutely, because they will have to pivot, and everybody knows that. So it's more important, and they never tell their own stories. They never tell that, I am passionate, this is my background, this is why I'm really, really good. While investor is always backing the entrepreneur, investors,
the founder.
Yeah, they're backing the founder, and because they know that if I give him the money, he will be able to do something with it, especially at early stage. So I think they should be confident enough to tell their stories, and they should always think about what is the value they are adding, because it's not, you don't need to have a brilliant idea, you need to have a brilliant founder. And the second thing is specialization. I would love to see specialist technology companies, like deep tech companies, like AI, blockchain, agri-tech, anything which is space technology, quantum computing. I think that if you try to solve hard problems, you will be able to make breakthroughs with the easier things. You need to find easy solution to hard problems. And while I mostly seek people who are trying to do easy things, just e-commerce, change the product,
replicating.
Yes. So while at this stage, yes, but copy pasting is okay, but you have to. You will only get a moat if you're trying to solve a problem which is very, very difficult to solve.
Yeah.
Like K-Trade, as you said, the problem is not app. Anybody can make an app, and now our competitors are making apps. The problem is not setting up a brokerage. It's trivial. The problem is how to change the mindsets of people and the biases, and how do you tell them about this particular thing. And that's a massive problem which requires massive investment, which requires patience for many years to build. It's not, K-Trade will not solve that. Yes,
perception mapping.
absolutely. And it requires capital, it requires energy, it requires focus, and it requires time. So any problem that I would really, let me even put it out there that if you run hackathons in some of these deep science problems, K-Trade or KSB, we would love to support you in that, because I think that will be beneficial to Pakistan.
Well, I think we should write that offer down, because we are running 2 more hackathons this year.
Okay.
One is called Built by Her, which is actually empowering women. So we're looking for women entrepreneurs, women technopreneurs to come forward and solve some really like global scale challenges, including climate change and all sorts of like really high level stuff. So in fact, the team has been working very hard to do outreach on that. We're getting on board at least 10, maybe 15 universities from across Sindh and Balochistan.
Wow.
This particular hackathon is focused in the south. But so that's one thing we're doing. We recently did a really interesting one on the population challenge that Pakistan faces, which is a real burning issue for the country.
Absolutely.
And inshallah we'll be doing a third one, provided it gets approved, on solving the energy crisis in Pakistan.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of one of the things that LICs do, is we bring people together to try and hack problems. And I think that's one thing we do well. So the team here is pretty hardworking. As you can see, it's already, what time is it? Almost 7?
Okay, yeah, it's dark outside.
It's exactly 7. Team lagi bhi hai. You've seen the preparations for the big event we have tomorrow.
Best of luck for that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's something new we're trying.
Yes.
We're bringing 25, 30 corporates into one room, and we're introducing them to 30 plus startups. And you get 5 minutes to pitch. और अगर वो corporate को आपकी बात समझ में आ गई तो they might invest in you, they might open doors for you, they might come on the board, become an advisor to you. So there's a lot of things to be done in this space.
Absolutely.
So on that note, Ali, thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Nayyar, it has been an outstanding discussion. We'll be putting it up soon.
I'll look forward to it.
We look forward to seeing you back here again, inshallah, whenever time allows.
Thank you. I would love to come again.
Thanks so much.